All right, hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in our region of Rusinskiy for another episode of our Journey to 100,000 population series, of which, again, we are, not super close, but also we're getting there. We're making great progress. If you can't tell, I have come down with a little bit of a cold for the past couple of days, but I know I've been really short on content, so I wanted to get a video together. And so this one, I might keep the commentary to a minimum, but the build is still going to be quite substantial. So the goal for today is to do something about this insanely high demand for industry that we have just been battling for quite a while. And to do that, or to, I guess, kind of solve this issue, I want to take basically this entire area right here, this big open green space, and turn it into industry, because it'll serve as a nice kind of connection point between the industry here in Prosvetanie, between the industry here in our, I think did I name this yet? I don't think I named this city yet. No, I didn't. So I got to think of a name for this whole area at some point. But yeah, this whole city and, all this industry, and then all this industry, I feel like this is a nice natural place to put some more. And then maybe we'll even fill in some offices and stuff kind of closer to the residential here, and maybe even over here if we have the time. But yeah, I'm envisioning a lot of kind of big warehouses and things, and a couple of more main roads maybe to serve as some connection points between these two cities and to these kind of highways here. But we'll see what happens with that. I know we have to do some traffic management at some point too, because look at like this, I don't know what's going on here. Same with oh my gosh, we need to have a traffic episode pretty soon. But that will all come in due time. And especially this, oh my goodness, what is going on all over here? It's just awful. So whatever, we'll get there eventually. But yeah, for now, let's just take things one episode at a time, and we're gonna get started jumping into the time lapse, and I will talk to you guys hopefully in a little bit. And all right, here we go. You can see there's a little fire going on here, but ignore that for now. But yeah, you can see this. I really am happy with the way this turned out. I feel like I say that every time I build something, but you know, it's always a nice sense of satisfaction when you build something that you actually wanted to build and it turns out pretty decent. This is a nice bridge between these two areas. This gap is no longer just a blatant hole in the landscape, and so it looks like these two cities are kind of connected, even though this one's not much of a city, more of like a bigger town. But the industry is really predominant in this area, which is really cool. You know, I haven't built a big industrial area yet, so the region really needed this. And actually, I wonder if I kind of overdid it because, well, never mind. It looks like they're gone. There were a few buildings that were giving me the not enough buyers for products, notification. So I wonder if I put down a couple commercial buildings just around here, and I wonder if that kind of helped. Plus, maybe the game was just kind of adjusting to the new onslaught of industry. But yeah, you can see, you know, it put a little bit of a dent in our demand. Not too much. I think that I need to focus on some office buildings. We do have a higher education population now that is slowly but surely growing, so we're going to need some more offices in the near future. And we'll get to that eventually, you know, when we expand this downtown area, which is still coming. I know I say that every time too, but I promise it's coming. I just got to deal with some of these, you know, kind of other issues first. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of residential demand now, so I wonder if I can fill out this area, in the next episode. And actually, what I'm thinking of doing is kind of filling in this gap, and I think that this will be a decent place for a little passenger train station. I kind of want to put one right here, you know, for this town, give them some rail access. And I know that there's really not a great way for this rail line to connect up to this area here, but so it kind of be a little long roundabout way to get, you know, anywhere over there. But at the very least, we can have a line that kind of starts here in Prosvetanier and kind of, you know, snakes around to this town, and it can kind of be part of, it'll loop back into this line as well, and that way we can have kind of a dedicated, well, I mean, even though it goes straight through the industry area, but we can have another kind of dedicated train passenger line that will go through there, and then one that kind of comes through here as well, since this one, I believe, does connect up there. Yeah. So it'll just be kind of two lines, you know, we'll have one that will go a little bit more this way and one that will go a little bit more this way. But I guess at the end of the day, this passenger line isn't too far. Maybe, you know what we could do? I just had an idea. Maybe we can have a tram network that just takes people to this station. I think that's a better move than trying to cram a passenger station in here where there's really not a great way for people to get there. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, so in the next episode, maybe we'll make a tram station here and kind of have a little bigger of an area, and then have a network that goes kind of through here, and then maybe we can build out a tram network that goes around here as well, and finally get that done. We do need some public transport. As you can see, people are really struggling to get around. A lot of truck traffic going on here, but you know, we'll fix that all in due time. I promise it will come eventually when we have the time to sit back and just really focus on some traffic. But right now, just trying to grow the city. And again, sorry for the lack of commentary in the time lapse. I'm still getting a little bit better. I've been fighting a cold the past few days, so my voice is not the greatest, and I didn't really want to, you know, talk for however long the time lapse was going to be. So instead, I thought I'd try something a little different and just kind of put on some music, build out the area, and then, you know, just kind of show you guys at the end, which, you know, there's nothing really too much going on here other than just a lot of industry, and I filled in some very, very light detail, again, just using the concrete brush, the surface painter, the actual ploppable concrete brushes, like to get the nice clean squares and edges and things, like you can see right there. There's one of these. They're back on the workshop. They were taken down for a little bit, but somebody had re-uploaded them, so very grateful for that, because I use those all the time, and they really help these industry areas and stuff really pop when you can use stuff like that. And then yeah, there's some pathways, parking lots, and trees. I mean, my go-to detailing, you know, nothing crazy. Quite a nice industrial area as well. You know, a lot of higher tech warehouses, you know, probably some manufacturing, but still some nice pathways and things, big open spaces. And yeah, we got this rail line coming through here that's kind of sunken below the roads. I like that a lot. Yeah, cool area. Glad it turned out the way it did. But yeah, that's it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And it's good to be back. Sorry, I've been kind of MIA lately. Just life has been really busy with it being the summer and everything. And you know, I'll post videos when I can. Still trying to get at least 1 to 2 a week, but you know, time is very limited at this point in the year. So just bear with me, and thank you all for your patience. I really appreciate it. But yep, great to be back in the game, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Have a great week. See you later.